YouTube, what the crap's going on? Heir of Carthage back right where we left off in the Macedon campaign. I am going to save my game real quick before I forget and end up losing what I've done. There we go. Overwrite the file. Yes, sorry, I was resetting my timer so I knew how much time I'd done on here. Save succeeded. Good. Resume game. So let's capture Neapolis. Their garrison force was here. And I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to do a defensive auto-resolve. Man, I'm really worried I'm going to lose this cav unit. If I do, it's going to make me sick. But I really don't feel like killing just a few guys. Good. Got to keep my cav unit. Oh, that's about to scare me a little. There's a bunch of patchy factories in Neapolis. I'm sure that was left over by Carthage. No doubt they were following the example that I set for them during the Carthage campaign. Alright. So we have gotten a foothold into Roman territory, and here is Posthumous Scapula again. She needs another betraying or poisoning or assassins hired in her. Let's see what we can do here. Boy, she just keeps getting wounded. She's getting plenty of hospital time, which is good, as long as she's not getting plenty of poisoning time. And it looks like Navisos has been captured by the Ardiaei. So what I'm doing, since I'm going to trespass anyway, I'm just going to march straight through the Ardiai's land and go straight to Navisos and take them out where their army is the strongest. They have a small fleet here that could potentially be a threat to me. So what I will do is actually march this army to Apollonia, and we can use it to defend against any Ardiaei fleet actions that might take place once we declare war on them. It's about to get treacherous up in here, in other words. Alright. Let's see, these guys, the Gods of War. It's almost a good name. I'll give them that. Let's see. I need to think of a good name for these guys. Oh man. Why can I never think of a good name? So, I might have to call these guys the Redneck Rabble, in honor of some of the good folks that I live around here in the South. And I mean that in all the way. I mean, I'm a Southerner myself. I'm actually used to living around country folk rather than city folks. That's where I find myself more at home, even though it probably may not sound like it from my typical discussion. So, no offense meant there, just looking for a funny name. Alright, Formidable Spearman, and put Warrior on there. I think we are ready to end this turn. I don't have any more money anyway. My economy's down just a little bit. It's probably because of the patchy factories at Neapolis. As soon as they get torn down and we get stuff restructured, it should go back to normal. And getting a hold of Italy is going to be great. It's going to give me access to more wine and olive oil for trade, which will definitely enrichen my Macedonian empire.
As clouds gather,
Etruscan League wants a
look
non-aggression
for friends
pact.
to sell to
I
them.
think this is a good decision, and I don't mind paying them a little for it. It's not a big deal. Alright, hidden agent exposed.
At your service.
Okay, there's just a Carthaginian agent there. Not worried about him.
My wits and work. The people need the
And
skill.
got this agent in the agent action. Sweet. This army is going to take a while to retrain. It's going to take 11 turns to get all my cavalry back up to snuff. We could just go siege Rome out. They certainly don't have the forces to stop me. Let's go ahead and build a farm here. And build... Let's build a muster field. Alright, so I think
We hunger for battle.
I want to just go at Rome.
Siege to the settlement.
They've got a garrison force, but I'm going to siege them out. So I'm just going to maintain the siege. It's got 3 turns until surrender. It's going to put some attrition on my men, but I don't think the Romans have anything sufficient to actually
How may
beat
I
me
serve
back.
you?
I can take this agent up and go take a look around, but I'm not seeing anything at the moment that's
At your service.
overly concerning. Good, good, good. Everything's falling into place here. Got plenty of food, so let's go ahead and upgrade this library, boost our research rate a little more. We've already got a nice city center here. And then eventually we can build this big academy, and that should give us about plus 50% to our research rate. Plus you always get a little bit of wealth out of the libraries. It's never a bad thing. Alright. Oh, I forgot to attack the Ardiaei. Well, whatever. I'll have to do that next turn. I've never sieged out a city before, and some of you might be mad at me like, "Heir, really? You're going to siege Rome out?" I know, it's iconic for me to besiege Rome, but in this case, I see that the best solution is to siege them out. No need for me to go over the walls when they don't have anything to kill me from without. So they'll either come out of the walls and die on my pikes, or I'll watch them starve to death, which just seems like the most appropriate way of dealing with them at the moment. And it looks like Ardiaei have backed off of Navisos. And this army... It's got 4 swordsmen. It's going to need more. Let's see. Let's get 1 more archer unit. And I'm going to get more swordsmen as well. Can I do 5 yet? Nope, just 4 at a time. So get those next 4 units all queued up. Question is whether or not I should attack Navisos right now. I might wait 1 more turn just so this army's got a little more substantial force to it, so the Ardiaei don't have any easy place to push back. Let's go take a look at Velathri. No real threat at Velathri. And then at Ariminum, no threat there either. The Romans are pretty much screwed at this point. I've got them completely besieged. So they've got nowhere to go. They either come out and fight me or they die. And they've got 2 turns left until that death happens. I'm going to build up this olive oil based settlement there. I think the Macedonian Empire needs some tasty olive oil to flavor its food. And it'll taste even better since it came from a Roman city that we stole from them. The sweet, sweet flavor of victory on all of our meals. In fact, you know, we could probably put a little olive oil on the end of the sarissas so that before we skewer the Romans, it'll give them, a, you know, kind of a marinating almost, so that after they walk through the boiling oil of the gates, you know, they'll be well cooked and marinated, ready to go. Build a harbor here and upgrade to a farm. And then, actually, I think I'm going to build a Holosoteros barracks here. Sideros barracks, sorry, I always say that wrong. Or, I don't know, I probably still said it wrong. Yeah, it looks like the Romans are in some pretty serious trouble here.
My journey begins.
How can I be of assistance?
Let's go see if the Romans are in any more trouble up north. I'll kind of keep an eye up north. Yeah, 1 turn till surrender with Rome. And then this army is probably capable of defending its own little city at this point, so I think it's... Yeah, and the Ardiaei have their army back at Navisos, so it's a great time to go ahead and backstab them. So let me pick out a new technology line to run after. This one is the one that gives me the boost to missile ammunition and recruitment slots, and then minus upkeep. It's a lot of turns, but it'll be worth the research in the end, so let's go ahead and do that.
At your command.
And it looks like we've got the Ardiaei hunted down. They're actually not in the city, and they're in forced march.
Ready for orders.
So we can attack them here and completely screw them over, because we're going to get to ambush them.
For the gods!
And the Dorsey are going to join the war with the Ardiaei, no doubt, but we'll wipe them out too. Yeah, so check it out. They've got this noble hoplite general, but then just a whole bunch of very well chevroned Illyrian spearmen. Which means that this fight will grind out for a while, but I've got enough cavalry, I've got slingers. Yeah, my hoplites should be better. It's just that a spear-on-spear fight is a long fight, to be sure. Let's go ahead and fight this on the battlefield. I'll use my pikes, though, to kind of hopefully pincer them. I'll bring my pikes from one side, my hoplites from another. We'll do what we need to do. I'll put my slingers behind the pikemen. Hopefully we can kind of lure the Ardiaei forces towards my pikemen for that reason. I might leave my general on the side with my pikemen, too, because they're going to need some support in case they start to get outflanked, since pikes are pretty worthless once they get outflanked.
Pikes at the ready!
I think what I'll do is put my general on this inside position, and then let's bring my hoplites from up here on top of the hill. And then, let's see. got citizen cav here. Let's leave one citizen cav over here. Slingers, well within range of all the Ardiaei troops. I do not want them on skirmish.
Citizen cavalry!
My Sarissa cav is not particularly strong, and to be quite honest, I don't really care if I lose it. This should be alright. And here we go. Let's start the battle.
Melee cavalry ready! Sarissa cavalry! Cavalry ready and willing. That was neatly done, men. Now, give them no... Citizen cavalry! Engage!
Gonna take out their...
Sarissa cavalry!
I'm gonna run a hammer and anvil strike just real quick. And let's take out the enemy general. We'll have to outflank him. They're gonna send Illyrian spearmen after my horsemen.
We await your command.
And I'm gonna outflank the Illyrian noble hoplite general. Okay, I need to get my
Understood.
melee horsemen out of that fight.
Warriors up.
Okay, and I'm gonna have to protect the flank of my phalanx here. Okay, my general.
For glory!
Let's take these hoplites out of formation attack for a nice rear charge into the enemy formation there. Uphill hoplite charge is going to be slow indeed, probably none too impressive. But attacking them from behind, that's probably one of my... Yeah, it's one of my cav units. I'm going to probably lose some cav in this battle, but it'll be alright in the end.
Sarissa cavalry!
Let's pull these guys back actually. All cav retreat.
Citizen cavalry! Sons of
Let's get some of my cavalry out of here alive.
cavalry!
Get rid of those slave slingers. I'm going to be getting chased by some of these Ardiaei infantry. That's okay. Looks like we crushed the guys on our flank. Let's bring our spearmen over here, or slingers over there to assist.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful
I'm
display.
going to use these slingers to wipe out the units that are pursuing my cav. This citizen cav got wrecked by this stupid spear unit that's chasing it. Okay, let's use our slingers. I'm going to hit this mercenary Illyrian cav. My general is beasting his way through a bunch of these guys. Some of their cavalry escaped, unfortunately. Their general's getting cut down because it's surrounded by my hoplites. That Illyrian cav's about to get blasted with slinger fire.
Citizen cavalry!
And let's bring my citizen cav all the way around here. Yeah, my general was beasting his way through there. That Illyrian cav's lasting longer than I thought. Enemy general's gonna die soon. Look at him chase my cav, man, all the way across the map. These guys are determined cav chasers.
At the double! Commander!
It's almost to the point of extreme nuisance. It's like, it's too bad cav chasing doesn't actually work, because then it might actually benefit the AI to do so.
Slingers! Ready! Tribunos!
Okay, so...
Slingers! Missile infantry! Sarissa cavalry!
Alright. I want to come around on this Ardiaei blob.
General!
Let's bring my general over to protect the flank here.
Slingers!
I'm gonna have to kill these stupid mercenary Illyrian cav that are chasing my slingers.
Missile infantry at your command! General! At charge!
Okay, we've now got a whole bunch of cavalry to come in on the back of this blob.
Sarissa cavalry!
And let's watch this charge. It's a nice downhill cav charge into this big blob of Illyrian spearmen. And we've got a waver going already. And let's see, the Illyrian cav is gone, which means we can focus on these Illyrian spearmen now. My hoplites are grinding it out over here against these Illyrian spears. And of course, I wasn't paying attention, and those coastal levies caught up with my citizen cav and nearly killed it. Because if the AI does nothing else, it will chase your cav.
The enemy general is dead.
As well he should be.
Slingers!
Alright, these mercenary coastal levies, look at this. I mean, they're getting chased by a shield bearer, and they're just like, hey, we don't care. We're going to catch these slingers. It's all or bust. Their guys are routing all over the map now, though. Alright, so we've pushed back the Ardiaei up here with huge losses. I'm going to go ahead and end that battle. Took more losses myself than I wanted to, but I don't think I'll lose any of my units, which is kind of the important piece there. You can see like I said, spear on spear battle is going to take a lot longer. My hoplites were definitely superior units, but it's going to take a while to finish them off. So I think we just dealt pretty much a death blow to the Ardiaei. They're going to retreat. That's fine, I'll finish them off in a minute.
Ready for orders. None will escape.
It says that I'm not able to take Navisos. Well, I mean, I can, but it's going to kill off all my cav units. I can easily retrain them, but they have a lot of chevrons, so actually just going to... I may just have to fight this. I'm going to fight it, and I'll just keep my cav at a safe distance. I don't even need them for this particular fight. So it's assault. I have one citizen cav and a Sarissa cav that I can probably use if I'm careful. But I mean, I don't even think I'll need them. My hoplites alone, with my slingers, can probably finish this fight. So unfortunately I'm going to have to go in and do this because, like I said, the auto-resolve will kill all my cavalry units for sure, being that beat up. So let's go ahead and start deployment. And see what we're up against. Okay, so we're going to want to... Ooh, this could get ugly. Because the Ardiaei can... they can kind of box up in there. I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll bring our pikemen from one direction, and we'll put slingers on both sides as well. And I'm going to take all my weak cavalry units, just hide them in this forest where the AI can't see them or chase them. And then I'll just hide these two units there too. Hoplites coming from this angle. I'm going to support my pikemen with my shield bearer, so that way they have something maneuverable. Let's move up.
For the gods of Olympus! Often kind to me in battle. Today will I pray.
There's going to be enemy reinforcements
Enemy
coming.
reinforcements approaching.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to come from behind my pikemen. I'll keep an eye on that direction. Okay, come on up here. It's going to be mostly just spearmen coming in the reinforcements, so I can always get in here and just box out with my pikes. And it looks like the Ardiaei troops here are going to retreat to their little, whatever you call this up here, the plaza. Looks like a very high-tech plaza. They're employing some of the most up-to-date stones. Very nice. Alright. I'm going to fast forward for a second, get my guys up here into position. Oh, actually the spearmen are coming in from the other side. I totally misread that. No problem.
Your orders?
We'll intercept them.
For the gods of Olympus!
Seriously? They can see all my cav units? These guys were hidden in the woods.
Slingers!
Okay.
Macedon!
Like I said, we'll get ready to intercept all these guys. Let's see what's going on up here. Okay, they have a javelinman sitting up here that's unloading on my pikes. Let me just pull my slingers up and we'll beat it down real quick. I'm surprised these guys didn't retreat. You can go off skirmish. We don't need to be scared of the javelinman. Unfortunately, these guys aren't getting a ton of kills, but one is too many. Okay, I don't know where you all think you're gonna go to get around me, but you will stand here and fight me, and I will kill you. Bring my cav in
Our
behind
general
him.
is under attack.
The javelinmen switched their target to my general in a desperation attempt, apparently. But my slingers have finished them off, so I can cease this attack.
Navy pikemen! At the double! Amisos!
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and target my slingers on these units here. I'm just gonna come out here and straight up intercept these spearmen. to engage these guys completely.
Macedonians ready.
These Illyrian spearmen are going to get cut down by my slingers. There we go.
Hoplites! Double time!
Yeah, good. We have the Illyrians very fixed here.
Advance! For glory! Hoplites ready! For glory!
Alright. I got my Sarissa Cav coming on a trample charge here. Not a particularly heavy Cav, but just trying to get whatever extra damage I can. I'm hoping we can cause a chain rout here before I actually lose all my cavalry. And we've certainly
Cavalry ready!
got something started here.
Sarissa cavalry!
Losing cavalry quick now, though, because these are very light Cav. I just want to see if we can grind it out real quick.
Sons of Macedon!
This, yep, there we go. This is what I thought we'd get. Gotta pull that Sarissa Cav back. Alright, so all the enemy Illyrian spearmen reinforcements at this point are as good as gone.
By your command! Macedonians
And I'm not paying attention to these slingers over here.
Slingers! Double time!
What is this, a tribesman unit? Just gonna put my slingers into fire at will here.
Swift riders at your command!
Alright. One last Illyrian spear unit kind of holding on here. As many chevrons as they had, this isn't surprising. Their morale is going to be high, plus it's on hard difficulty, which means they get us some modifiers to the AI troops. Not a ton, not like very hard or legendary, but they're going to get some modifiers.
Hoplites
Alright, those guys have been finished off.
Missile infantry at your command!
Bring these guys up. Alright, my slingers over here should be working their magic on these tribesmen. Actually not really killing them too quickly because of their wide formation, but we are starting to bring them down now. What's up here? Slave javelinman unit. I've got plenty of ammo though. As soon as I get these tribesmen out of the way, I'll go for their slave javelinmen. And then we can start picking away at the
At your
enemy
service.
garrison troops on this side as well. They've got an Illyrian hoplite and an Illyrian levy.
Hoplites! Caerete!
Make sure all my guys are back in formation attack. I like formation attack when attacking from the front. You're going to see me turn it off a lot when I go into rear charges, just so that my men will break from formation and engage fully across an enemy line, rather than staying in formation and maybe only engaging a portion of it. I find that it's useful for that. Whereas if you're in frontline combat, it's typically going to be better to leave them in formation attack. If you want to take out very light units, like slingers and stuff, it's another time when it can be useful to leave formation attack behind, so that your men will break formation and attack the slingers. Okay. Start targeting their javelin men.
Slingers! Double time!
Move my pikes up to protect my slingers, because they may charge down and try and take my slingers out now that I'm threatening them like this.
Hades cavalry!
And I'm just going to put my men into hoplite phalanx and slowly march on the enemy and just give them a wall of spears as their only option.
Slingers!
And I guess I don't have line of sight on these guys actually because of the terrain. Okay, my pikes are forward. Oh gosh, pike phalanx!
Phalanx!
I got it at the last second. Illyrian levies though are going to get a really nice charge, but my men will push them back now with the pike phalanx. Totally forgot about that. That was nearly disastrous. And let's see, they got a javelin unit up here that's now pitching away at my hoplites as they move up. Should be alright. I don't think it's going to damage me too bad. And these levies now getting beat back pretty hard by my pikemen.
Slingers! Glory to Macedon! General! Advance! Hoplites ready!
Okay, and their Illyrian hoplites are going to come against my hoplite phalanx here. This is a pretty cool scene. Their hoplites charging mine and phalanx. They're going to get beat back pretty hard. My guys should have every advantage here. The slingers are getting a few shots up at their javelin. Not a very good angle though, so I'm really not getting any kills. It's almost pointless in fact.
Double time!
Let's move up a little. let's see, the levies over here getting beat back. Bring my general up and see if we can speed this process. Pikes don't kill anything fast, even lightly armored units, but that's okay. Really nothing kills very quick in this patch, so I don't expect it.
Follow me! At the double!
Yeah, the Illyrian general and the hoplite unit definitely not doing well at this point. I doubt I still have a very good line.
Macedon!
Let's move up a little more, see if I can get a better line.
Understood! At the double!
And I'm going to bring my general in here.
Quick march!
Looks like the Illyrian levies are actually going to try and break from this fight and protect the town center, so I'm going to charge them with my shield bearers. Again, I took them out of formation here just because I think it would be better since I was charging them from the flank. And we did get a nice beat down on the Illyrian levies. Shield bearers, though, are completely superior to the levies.
Double time!
And it looks like the rest of the enemy units are going to break, so we have taken control of Navisos, destroyed the enemy armies, and managed to maintain all of our troops. I don't want to get rid of troops with that kind of experience level. They're very worthwhile, even though some of them aren't high-level troops. Once you get that many chevrons on them, just about any troops are good. So no sense in wasting a good thing, in my opinion. That is going to be all I have for this episode. So that's going to destroy both those Ardiaei armies. Going to be dead.
Ready for orders.
And we now have access to, I believe it is lead. Trench mine. Lead. Yes. Perfect. So now that we have that, we can actually, I think, build the barracks that allows me to train out companion cav and some of the other stuff that we need. So that's all I have time for this episode. Hope you all enjoyed it. Heir of Carthage, signing off for now.